You only take what you need from nature. You don't abuse its blessings. The Sulagad system has long been an indigenous practice among the Lambangian people of Maguindanao in the southern Philippines.
Sa aming concept ng sulagad, kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng sulagad, ito ay yung alternative sustainable ecological agriculture na traditionally owned by the Tidurayan Lambangan. Ito yung pamamaraan kung paano yung kanilang pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay, lalo na sa pagsasaka. Ito'y kabilang doon sa mga secondary crops hanggang sa mga permanent crops. Yun yung tinatawag ng sulagad. Ang kapital lang dito is yung kasipagan. Kasi hindi katulad doon sa mga cash crop o mga malalakihang pagsasaka na isahan. Ito ang sulagad, continuous. Tatanim ka ng kunti para sapat doon sa iyong pangangailangan. So, hindi ganun kabulyong. Hindi, sustain lang siya na para sa food, sufficiency and security ng bawat pamamahay. Kung susubra sa isang pamilya yung kanyang ani o kita ng kanyang sulagad system, ay makashare doon sa ibang pamamahay o kanyang kapitbahay o sa komunidad. Yun yung concept ng sulagad. Is traditional na pamamaraan ng mga katutubong Tinuray sa kanilang pagsasaka.
A form of agroforestry, specifically silvopasture, the Sulagad system combines the cultivation of various kinds of trees, forest trees and fruit-bearing trees that produce perennial crops and provide spaces for short-term crops including root crops, green leafy vegetables, fruit vegetables, legumes, and corn, among others. It also integrates the presence of animals, livestock, carabaos, and horses into the farm, which then contributes and sustains food security in the area. The system also includes hunting animals and gathering wild plants.
Friendly, environmentally friendly at hindi gumagamit ng anumang chemical. So iniwasan yung mga scientific fertilizer na parang gamitin, kundi ito'y natural farming.
This indigenous practice sustains the high biodiversity in the land, nourishing the ecosystem as it supports the use of natural fertilizers, particularly that of animal manure and compost, and natural pesticides or herbs known to be pest deterrents.
Ito yung isa sa mga pamamaraan na kinabuhay ng mga tao. Kung ano yung dapat para sa kanilang tradisyon o yung nangakop sa kanilang buhay, yun yung susuportahan at aalagaan ng bawat komunidad para sa kanilang buhay na walang hindi nag-aasa galing doon sa labas, lalo na sa usaping pagkain. Yung sabi nila, kung tatawagin ay self-reliance. Hindi kami nakarely doon sa galing sa labas, kundi may sarili kaming pagpinagukunan ng pagkain, yung tinatawag ng sulagad.
While this is the case, the age-old practice of the Sulagad system, however, must be revived and strengthened in the ancestral lands of the Lambangian people. The Lambangian territory became subjected to logging activities in the 1950s, resulting to a significant decrease of food that can be gathered from its forests. Then, in the 1970s, the Green Revolution was promoted in the community, resulting to Lambangian people adopting the high external input technopack of seeds, fertilizers, and pesticide. This included the introduction of the yellow corn, a high-yielding and genetically modified variety that is mainly grown for animal feed, that could be sold at the market for promising gains. This move, however, required purchasing these hybrid corn seeds as well as commercial fertilizers and pesticides. The Lambangian people increasingly became dependent on mainstream farm suppliers and financiers. Eventually, some farmers were forced to give up much of their lands due to unpaid loans used to finance yellow corn production. In 2014 to 2016, a cycle of rat infestation and drought took place. The community realized the unsustainability of corn farming. In response, the community's indigenous socio-political structure started to facilitate the retrieval of some lands back to their families and started a program to revive the Sulagad practice. Through Tubtaba, with support from the Pawangka Fund, the Lambangian People's Organization or LPO began the revival of their Sulagad system, a project that aims to both help improve their food sovereignty and strengthen the naturally high biodiversity in the Lambangian ancestral domain.
At saka kung wala itong nakapasok dito sa amin, itong project, video talaga mahirap talaga ang buhay namin dito.
To also counter the people's dependence on external financiers and suppliers, as well as the increasing impacts of climate change, the necessity of adopting sustainable and applicable farming innovations like the sloping agricultural land technology, as well as proper planning and execution like crop spacing must be done. The Lambangian community has a strong sense of solidarity and communal responsibility. Through the LPO and the Timoy Justice and Governance, or TJG, the indigenous political structure that caters to both the Teduray and Lambangian peoples of Mindanao, affirm their continuous commitment to sustaining and strengthening the revival and implementation of the Sulagad system in the domain.
Salamat po kami dahil ayan po ang unang nakatulong sa aming community dito sa Bunuan bilang tribo na Lambangian, dahil kung wala yung mga project na yan, hindi talaga malayo talaga yung pinagalingan galingan namin ng mga mais at saka mga rice.
LPO officers, elders and youth leaders join hands as they lead their community back to doing the Sulagad farming system, allowing the Lambangian people to enjoy the fruits of their indigenous practice once again and regain the benefits of nature.
Masayang masaya dahil marami po kaming natutunan dahil sa especially sa aming Sulagad, no? Tapos mayroon pa kaming mga practice din, mayroon kaming mga training, tapos yun gina-apply po namin sa aming community. So yung mga tao po dito sa Lambangian, dahil po nagkakaroon kami ng organisasyon na LPO, so dahan-dahan na po mayroon na po kaming mga tanim tulad ng niyog, kape, saging, at saka yung mga gabi, at saka kamuting kahoy. Yun na po ang na-apply na rin po sa aming sarili. So maliban po sa aming mga projects, so pinagtulong-tulungan rin po namin yan. Kahit na bising-bisi po kami sa aming trabaho, na importante yung aming pagsasamahan na kumbaga hindi talaga magkahiwalay-hiwalay.
The LPO Sulagad Mother Nursery has already been fully set up in Bunuan, with both LPO members and the Lambangian community members joining hands to plant various saplings and seedlings in its confines.
Nabuo namin yung Lambangian People's Organization dahil doon sa nakikitang napakadaming issue na kailangang matugunan ng community. At yun nga, laking pasalamat namin doon sa dalawang project na in-implement namin through support ng DepDepa dahil napakalaking tulong ito para sa amin ng mga ultimong magsasaka. Sapagkat alam naman natin na ang mga katutubo ay napaka-vulnerable sa ngayong panahon sa lahat ng mga issues. Tayo na mga katutubo yung unang-unang tinatamaan.
A water hose has also been installed, diverting some of the water from the main source into the nursery to allow continuous supply there. Yet while this provides water to the nursery, it also highlights the necessity of creating and improving the water system in the community, as at the moment, residents merely have a single general water source, a pipe in a sloping area of the community that gets really muddy and slippery, especially during the rainy season. Strengthening and reviving the Sulagad system in the Lambangian territory must also be connected to the global pursuit for sustainable development and mitigation of climate change impacts. Hence, it is also LPO's goal to link the Lambangian community to other indigenous communities to foster possible sharing of indigenous seeds, farming experiences, and best practices.
Sana ay sa aming lahat ay magkakaisa at magtulong-tulong. Gusto namin ay hindi lang ngayon at hanggang sa huling hantungan ay magpakinabang ang mga second generation, mga anak namin, mga Lambangian.
Fostering an increased understanding and practice of the Sulagad system, as well as other indigenous knowledge systems, not only helps revive and sustain indigenous culture and identity, it also opens an avenue for the use of alternative agricultural mechanisms that promote genuine protection of the world's biodiversity, increasing the chances for food sovereignty, decreasing carbon emissions, and preventing the rapid onset of climate change.
As far as the Lambangian peoples can remember, Sulagad practice of their ancestors is passed through generation to generation until the adoption of the hybrid or yellow corn that changed the mindset of the people. So that for almost 2 decades, the Sulagad practice has nearly declined. Then the revival of Sulagad, a pioneer program of the Lambangian People's Organization, gained support from the Pawangka Project through DepDepa. Through education and awareness, the people has actively participated in all the activities conducted, which resulted to actual hands-on as well as the establishment of demonstration farms located in 3 clustered villages, and adoption of family individual farms. Community ownership is crucial in all the activities undertaken, such that it also engages the cooperation of women and youth. Continuous education molds the willingness of the people and produces new youth leaders. One important thing in the process is the documentation, which is very important for community use, for the replication and for the promotion of indigenous people's traditional knowledge.
The Sulagad system does not only provide for the economic needs but for the well-being of the Lambangian peoples and community as a whole. From the research conducted for the project entitled Support to Local Initiatives in the Revitalization of the Sulagad for Food Sovereignty and Community Well-being, the community needs the following. First, trainings on alternative ways of farming like organic farming and agroforestry that are low-cost and culturally appropriate. Second, trainings on appropriate processing and marketing of surplus products for additional family income. Third, trainings on crop processing focusing on the diversifying coconut products and coming up with newer ones aside from the already produced coal and copra. New possible coconut products can be sugar, soy, and vinegar from coconut juice, virgin coconut oil, and organic fertilizer, among others. Fourth, training to collectively process and preserve vegetables, fruits, and food to develop additional resources of income aside from that coming from corn planting. Fifth, food production increase for both consumption and additional income. 6. The government and other key actors, proper execution of ordinances or policies to avoid expansion of hybrid corn planting in watersheds, in cultural areas and sacred sites along rivers, lakes, forests, and hills, among others. And lastly, the revival and use of traditional seeds in support of the revitalization of the indigenous integrated farming system or the Sulagad system.